Have you ever looked at a mould and thought, oh, I'd like to do something different with that? Well, I saw this dragon mould on Temu and I thought to myself, I'd love to make a coaster out of that. But as you can see, it's got no middle. So we're going to rectify that a bit later. So I'm going to start by adding some mica powder into this because I want to do it in a way that I can replicate it 4 times and they come out similar for some coasters. So I've got some Let's Resin metallic powder in silver and I'm using the Galaxy from the Let's Resin chameleon powder. So let's get started. So with this little dragon, I want to be putting the silver. Let's just put a bit in the lead. I just want the silver to be in its head and its legs. And this dragon, he has these horns, are they, that come up here? So that's going to be, and it's just a tiny little hole there to get to those 3 prongs. So I'm hoping I can get the mica into all those little three little prongy bits there. Fingers crossed. I'll get that into there. I'll do the other side. Give that a good squish around. Put a bit more in there. Different angle. It's really hard to tell, but I can always sort that out if I've missed any bits with a metallic pen, I think. Right, so let's finish off the rest of his head. So I'm just brushing this onto the mould. Nice and simple. And then I'll do his little leggies. Right, so that's that bit done. Now for his little feet. Get that in there. Up the sides. Don't forget to go up the sides when you're dusting your moulds. So I'll put you on a little fast forward, I think, just while I'm finishing off these legs. That's all the silver done. So now we move on to the Galaxy. So this is a new pack, so just need to open. Oops, that was a bit daft, wasn't it? Right, let's do this one. Now I've made a right mess of that. Right, so we're just going to brush all the rest of it in the Galaxy. So while I'm doing this, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone that subscribes to my channel. I appreciate you all. You're all wonderful and supportive, and if you're not subscribing, then if you like my videos, just hit that subscribe button. It does help my channel to grow, especially if you like hit that like button and do all that stuff. It does help our channels. Drop me a comment, and if there's anything you'd like to see me do, then just add that in the comments and I'll see what I can do. So while I'm finishing off this, I'll just pop you on another fast forward, I think. Right, so that's all dusted in now. So what we're going to do next is I'm just going to mix up some Apex resin and then I'll be back. I've mixed up 300 ml by volume of the Apex High Gloss Finish resin. So I'm just going to give that one final little stir with my posh new Apex resin stirring stick. And then we get some black pigment in this. So scoot that over a bit. I've probably made up way too much. I didn't do a water test on this. Silly Billy. But I'm sure if I've made up too much, then we can find something to do for a little extra. So we give this a good mix in. I love using Apex resin. I think it's going to be my new go-to resin now. You can see why people like the lovely Tracy from Mini Scenes GB uses it all the time. It's a lovely resin. Right, let's get this poured in this little filler. So I need to be careful of these prongs, don't I? I need to make sure that I get it in there. So I'm just going to drip a little bit in there first. I bet I've made way too much resin. Oh well. And then I'm going to give that a good push down with one of these little micro sticks, just to get into those three prongs there, these little horns. Right, hopefully that'll be okay. Time will tell, won't it? Right, so let's get this filled up, and I'm just going to let it find its own way, I think. Just following it round as it goes, working its way into all those little nooks and crannies. Yeah, I've made up way too much. Doop. Right, we need to get some of these little feet. And these little claws there. And this little leg over here. Sorry if I go quiet, I'm concentrating. Oh dear. I probably got my tongue out as well. Right. That looks like it's doming nicely. Oh look, I've made way too much. How much did that take? Oh, I can't see the measurements because it's black. Wally chops. Right, let's just scoot him over. And I'm just going to give a quick torch on the top with a long neck lighter, just to pop any of those surface bubbles. And I need to find something for this little fella now, don't I? All this resin. So let me find another mould and then I'll be back. Right, I've got this little teacup mould to use, teacup and saucer. So got a bit of dog hair in there, I think. Right, so with this black, what can we add to it? Let's add a bit of gold glitter to that, shall we? It's quite chunky, so we pop some of that in there. So some, that's quite a heap. And then give that a mix in. Might need a bit more actually, saying that. Pop a bit more in. Oops. Give that a good stir in. Should I put a bit more in? Yeah. Let's put a bit more in. Give that a mix in. I don't know how much this teacup mould holds either, so I probably still need to find something else. Right, let's get this poured into here. So just gonna pour that straight in. I can't even remember if I cleaned this mould. I used it for eco resin last, so hopefully I cleaned it out. Right, let's give that a little squidge around the sides. And top that up. And it takes a fair bit. And then the little saucer. Get that in there. And I've still got loads. Right, what else can we chuck it in? Right, let's just chuck it. Oh dear. Could have made up half that amount, couldn't I? Right, let's scoot that over. Scoot that over. I need to find my little hair clip to pinch that in for its handle. Let's just do this little, I think it's, is it a moth? I can't remember. Let's get this in here. Get it up into his little, what are they called? Antennas. Put his little wings up. Excuse me. Right, let's just give that a little bit of a helping hand down into his little footsies there. And we've still got a bit more, so let's just do our little, another hair, do our little flower. So I didn't need half that amount, did I? Right, I think that would do. I think I've got a little bit left there, but I'll find something else off camera and then do something with that. So let's just give these last little bits a little torching. Pop any of those surface bubbles. And then we'll leave this to cure up. And I'll see you back for demold. These have all cured up now, and I demolded all the extras and finished those off. So I just made that one into a little keychain. Unfortunately, I haven't got any gold keyring findings, so I need to order some of those. So that's that one. And this one, I just did some, I used a gold metallic marker just around certain areas. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know what it is. Is it like a wasp? It's not fat enough for a bumblebee, is it? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but looks pretty. So that's that one. And then the little teacup. So all the glitter went to the inside, and we've just got the black outside. But I've gone over the heart with a chrome marker pen. So that's how that's looking. But I like that like that. I think it looks nice. So that's that one. So let's get our little dragon demolded, shall we? See how he's turned out. I'm a bit nervous about his little these bits here, but we'll see. Let's see how he's turned out. Right, let's get that out of there. Get round all his little leggies. Those middle bits. Right, let's do his head now. Need to be careful here, I think. Oh, that wind's picking up outside. Can you hear that? It's horrible weather here in the UK at the moment. Oh, he's a tough one to get out his head. Come on, out you come. Oh, I've lost his little bit there. Oh, the other one's all right. That's a shame. I'll have to see if I can. It's not still in there, is it? Oh, it might be still in there. I'll have to see if I can get that out. Right, so let's have a look at him anyway. Oh, like him. That galaxy's lovely. You've got purples and that lovely blue. Right, so let's get on to my next part of my plan for him. So I want to make him into a coaster, but obviously he's got a hole. So I'm just going to mix up some resin and we'll move on to the next bit. I've mixed up some Apex resin and I'm using the high gloss finish resin. So that's all mixed up. So I've got that in there. And then to make it so he's got a solid middle, I've got some contact paper. And I'm just going to lay our little dragon. I have given him a sand on the back so he's nice and flat. Oh, and I used a bit of UV resin on his bit that was missing there and just went over it while it was tacky with the mica powder. So we're going to push him down hard onto there, turn him over and then give that an extra little rub on the back just to make sure that's made contact everywhere. Right, hopefully that will be okay. And I'm going to add in, I've got some of the crushed crystal because I want to keep it fairly clear because I don't want to lose his legs there on the inside. So I'm going to add some of this into there, and then the plan is, once it's finished, to paint the back black so you can see the sparkle. So I'm going to mix that crushed crystal into there, give that a good mix in, and I'm not sure whether to add some little mirror glass bits. I'm not sure how deep I'm going to get it, because obviously his tail there is lower, so I can only come up so high. So I probably made up way too much resin again. So let's get this poured into here. Oh, lovely sparkle. And then you'll still be able to see his legs through that. And I'm just going to pour it as high as I can without it overfilling. Oh, that wind's really picking up now. Sorry if you can hear that. I need to get one of those mic things, don't I? Right, I think that's as far as I want to take it with that. So that's that done. I haven't got much left in there. I'll have to find something small to put that in. So, do I put any of the crushed glass in? I don't know. I don't know whether to or not. What do you think? It might make it overflow now, mightn't it? No, I'll just leave it as that, I think. Right, I'm just going to give that a quick going over with the long neck lighter, and then pray to the crafting fairies it doesn't leak out, and then we'll be back when that's all cured. So I'll see you all back in a little while. Right, my little dragon's all cured up now, so we'll take him off the back end. I think I'm going to call him Puff. Puff the Magic Dragon. I'm showing my age now. Who remembers that song, eh? Let me know in the comments. Puff the Magic Dragon lives by the sea. So let's get this off. Luckily it didn't leak, so that was good. Get that off of there. There, that's that all lovely. Right, so he's looking lovely. So I think I'm going to give him, I think I'm going to coat the back black. What do you think? I'm liking him. Nice little coaster. Can I have my cup of tea on that later? So I think the back, I think I'm going to give that a paint, just to bring out the glitter a bit more, and then you'll still be able to see his little leggies. And that chameleon powder is lovely. I don't know if you can pick it up, but it's got like purples and blues in there. Lovely. Right, let's give him a paint. I've got some black gesso by Pebeo, so I'm just going to give this a good coat of black. Nice, quick and easy. Finish him off with that, and then that should make the front pop a bit. So while I'm just finishing this off, I'd just like to thank you all ever so much for subscribing and commenting. It's really much appreciated. And if you're not subscribing and you'd like to do so, then feel free. It's free. And it does help our channels grow if you send the odd comment and click the like button. So Appreciate that. Right, let's have a look at it now, shall we? Oh, that's made a big difference, hasn't it? Love that. So I'll let that dry and you won't see much of a difference for me to do anything else with that. So I might give it just a coat of clear varnish at the end, but that's all you need to see me doing on that. You don't need to see me just giving it a spray of varnish because it won't look any different. So stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.